Hello and welcome to the Oprah Show. I'm Oprah. Today we're going to be talking about the Cold War and we're going to be meeting some of the people who actually influenced it. So the first person we brought back from the dead was Mr. Harry Truman.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Second person we have for us today is Mr. Winston Churchill. Hello. Last but not least, we have Mr. Joseph Stalin. Welcome, Joseph.
Здравствуй.
So, among some of the questions we have today, the first one goes out to Truman. So Truman, I was reading your doctrine last night and I want to know, why did you write it?
When I was writing the doctrine, I felt that everyone should be equal, and that's basically what I was talking about during my doctrine.
Interesting. So, also, I want to mention, you talked about two ways of life. What did you mean two ways of life, opposed to like one major way?
My two ways of life were basically based off my viewing and of other people's viewing. So my viewing is that everyone should be equal and kind of like a democracy. And my second way of life was kind of like how it's portrayed in Soviet, kind of like communism.
Oh,
Definitely agree.
How do you feel about what you're talking about?
Нет.
Niet?
Нет.
What is niet?
No.
No?
No.
Interesting.
You have something to say.
Please, I would like to keep the peace on the show, please. We have a lot to get through today.
Английский язык.
Well, Stalin, if you're done.
Четыре раз.
Our last question actually goes to you, Mr. Truman. One of our last questions. Truman, do you feel that Stalin is oppressing his people? And how do you think in turn Stalin was doing so?
Yes, I do feel like Stalin was oppressing his people, mostly because I felt like he wasn't giving the people their rights, their full rights, and also because he seemed like he wanted full control over everything, and he was the sole ruler, so it's like...
Well, I understand how that is, but...
No.
No.
No. You wrong.
You wrong.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
If you say so.
Английский язык.
Well,
Нет.
Well, Stalin, we actually have questions towards you, so you can speak back on this. What were you thinking about when you spoke of collectivization? What is this?
When I spoke about collectivization and I introduced collectivization.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
No problem. Okay. So when I spoke about collectivization, I was talking about we all together, because we're Russian, and we all should do the work together.
Okay. But what Truman spoke about, his ways of life, doesn't that kind of contradict your
Yes,
ways of life?
because he don't understand.
Okay.
And what don't I understand?
You have little mind.
Little mind?
Little mind. He don't see
This
the
is coming
big
from a
picture.
Russian, I'm
From the
saying.
big, and coming from a fat man.
Okay, but Russian, you don't understand that people deserve to be equal. No one deserves to be treated better.
And how is America equal? When you have people like Oprah who have $1 million, and then you have people from the working class who have $10 in their pocket.
And what exactly do you plan on doing with the working people?
I share the money. It's shared. It's communism. It's shared. It's okay.
Well, I mean, I don't want to be rude, but I don't think bashing the host is going to get you anywhere, Mr. Stalin. But our last question towards you, because it's getting a little heated here. Why did you dehumanize the Kalaks, the Kalaks?
You don't even know how to say Kulak.
Kulak?
Kulak.
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 Okay. Why did you dehumanize the Kulaks?
I don't dehumanize the Kulak. Because the Kulak, they're people. And they should all be a part of the people. It's the big picture of life, the big picture. It's like, you gotta see the big picture. Look at the big picture.
Okay, I'm looking.
Big picture. 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 See the big picture?
I see it.
This is Russia. This is Russia. And everyone in Russia is okay.
You have a small mind if you think there's a picture.
Well then, President Truman, please, I would like for you to keep your dignity.
Before this day is over, you're going to be dead.
He just threatened me on live television.
First he calls me a fat man,
And then he tells me I'm
threatens
fat.
to kill me.
Well, talking about kids, I think you can listen.
Please. Okay, for the last segment of our show, please, I would just like to get to Mr. Churchill and see what he thinks about before something goes wrong.
He's
Mr.
not
Churchill,
even part of this conversation.
How
You
do anyone is me. Please.
Exactly.
Churchill, how did you feel about being pushed out of the election?
Actually, I felt like it was okay. I didn't feel any sorrows or any anger towards my people or the other prime minister, for that matter. Just being a part of the people really made me realize that I have much influence on a country, and that's what satisfies me.
Do you feel like you contributed even though you weren't prime minister?
I do, because I was a citizen of Britain. I love Britain.
Now, I see you in a lot of pictures. It's always peace to all. Is it peace for everyone?
Yes.
That's amazing.
It is.
So our last question goes out to you.
Equality.
How did you view Hitler and the Nazis?
So, I'm not even a Nazi. I'm not even a Nazi. And this is
Russian old man.
Please, Joseph, please let Churchill speak. Please.
As for
You
the
gotta get your
Nazis,
fat to
I didn't really like them. I didn't agree with their policy of appeasement.
Mhm.
I did not like what they did to the people, because I'm for Truman and capitalism. We agree on equality, but this appeasement policy was appalling.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes.
I'm getting a call that it's time. The show is finished now. We have to cut. But I would like to welcome, and I just want to welcome you all once again and just say I'm very happy that you all came. And for my lovely guest audience, bananas for all. We all get bananas and a healthy United States. Thank you, everyone. Good night.